Ooh. Okay, so welcome to tonight's practice. It's not quite subtle variations, but it could be like subtle movements in your pose. So I may cue some things, and it's just like little movements that you can add. You can connect your breath, so an inhale with one movement and an exhale with another movement, or you can do an entire cycle of breath one way and then a cycle of breath the other way. I'm just adding in some subtle things here and there. Nothing too extravagant. So yeah, and we'll definitely do some work on the neck. So to start off tonight's practice then, let's come into a comfortable seated position. You can go cross-legged, but if you go cross-legged, try to have the legs lie in front of each other. But you can also do a butterfly pose variation. Or if you're really feeling called to stretch out the legs, you can always come in a nice staff pose. Just wherever you can be seated. Come up nice and tall. And we live in a forward flex world, and we tend to lead with the nose. So we jut our chin out and then we look down. So I really want you to be conscious to bring the nose back, ears in line with the shoulders. Root down through your sit bones. And just begin by taking some nice shoulder shrugs one way. And as you're doing it, feel the scapula move up the upper rib cage and down. And notice as you're doing this, if you start jutting forward or back, see if you can keep a nice straight spine. The shoulder is part of the appendicular skeleton, and the weight can throw the axial skeleton or the spine kind of off balance. So that's why you want to make sure your spine is staying nice in alignment. And then when you're ready, reverse direction. Appendicular just is like the outer, like the arms and the legs. And that you can think of the axial as the trunk and the head. And same thing here. See if the movement is causing you to jut forward or back. See if you can keep your spine nice and straight. And you might feel your muscles fatigue a little bit here too, because you're working deeper muscles as you're doing this. Great. And then when you're ready, bring the shoulders up to the ears. And then just allow them to come down to the side, palms up. And let's begin by, let's continue by bringing our attention then to our breath, because you'll use your breath as you move in your practice. So begin by taking a nice full inhale in through the nose. Exhale, side out. Keep the shoulders dropping down and away from the ears. Collectively, let's full inhale. And exhale. One more nice deep inhale. And exhale. Now, I want you to take some deep cycles of breath here. And as you do, really feel the rib cage expand, get nice and big. And then as you exhale, knit everything together, but make sure that you're sliding the shoulders down and away from the ears. Big breaths here, so you're activating all the muscles in the trunk and in the rib cage, all the fun stuff here. And I want you to be careful that you don't start not necessarily fatiguing, but allowing the weaker muscles to kick in, and you'll feel yourself starting to droop. This is exaggerated, but be mindful that you're not starting to do this. So if you need to give yourself a check every cycle of breath, do that. building upon the straight spine. Take your full inhale, draw a line with the nose, look up towards the ceiling, keep the shoulders dropped down, give yourself some space. And then exhale, draw a line with the nose, chin to chest, looking down. And connect your breath with movement. So as you inhale, slowly look on up, open up the throat. And as you exhale, slowly look down. And as you're doing this, it can be easy to start jutting the nose forward to look down. Your job is to keep the spine straight and flex and extend. So looking up and looking down. And this is where that cycle of breath can change. So if you want to look down for a full cycle, you can. And if you want to look up for a full cycle, you can. This might be the last time I cue the breath work like that. So because it can get wordy. So just keep that in mind if we start adding in these movements. Great. And then just finish whatever cycle you're on, come neutral. And then take the nose, look over the right shoulder, adding some rotation, and be mindful you're not jutting forward again. Keep the spine strong. And then as you exhale, look out over towards the other side. And follow your breath again. Look over to the right as you inhale, and then over to the left as you exhale, but you can change your mind. You can do the exhale on the right side too. Your job here is just to notice how the neck is rotating. So when you look over to the left, you'll feel the scalenes, the SCM on the right side, and when you look over to the right, the same thing, only to the left. So I want you to notice at what point in your rotation, they start activating on you. And that's a good indication of when you need to be mindful of keeping the shoulders down and away from the ears. If you feel it tighten, sometimes we like to bring the shoulder up and then, continue the rotation. Just be where you're at. And if you feel like pausing, you can in the rotation, because this gives a nice stretch to the attachment sites. And then whenever you're ready, come back into center, nice neutral spine. Great. All right, so draw a line with the nose, look back down, chin to your chest, whatever that looks like. And then from here, you'll inhale, draw a line, look up towards the sky, and you can go left or right, it doesn't matter. Exhale, rotate down, looking down to the ground. So inhale up, exhale down. And it's the same thing with the rotation. At what point do you feel maybe your shoulders start sliding up? Try to keep them down so you can take advantage of the length you're creating in your muscles and some of the other connective tissue. Maybe do about 2 more rotations and then switch direction. About 2 more rotations here. And you're really using this time in the beginning of your practice as an assessment, just to, see what's going on with the body. And then come back into a neutral spine, nose into center. All right, great. If you extended your legs long, bring them together, or, come into a bound ankle pose, or cross your legs in an easy pose. Place your hands on your shins, sit up nice and tall. Okay, I want you to do some seated cat-cows here. So as you exhale, round the chin to chest, belly button into spine for your cat. And then inhale, look on up, bring the chest on through for your cow. So you're getting a little more spinal flexion and extension wholly or totally of the spine, as opposed to just the cervical spine when we started. And this is kind of neat too, because then you can feel, as you're doing this, how the cervical spine is affected as you start flexing and extending other parts of the spine. It's kind of interesting to see maybe how the weight shifts around. Yeah, sometimes you can feel big differences, other times not really, but you know, we're just doing an assessment right now. It's kind of fun too to see if, how do I want to say this? When you're doing flexion of one part of the spine, if it takes flexion of another part as well, or maybe it doesn't allow the movement. Anyway, okay, when you're ready, find a nice neutral spine. Take a full cycle of breath here. Exhale, release. Awesome. All right, let's get a little assessment of what's going on with the shoulders too, because that affects kind of what goes on in the neck. So bring the arms out to a T. Flip the palms up, and then flip the palms down. And this time when you flip them up, feel the rotation in the armpit area. And see if how far up you can flip the palms without then punching the shoulders up. Try to keep the shoulders down. And then rotate the palms down. And see if you can push the palms back. Cool. All right. Just do this a few more times. See how far you can supinate or turn the palms up. And then how much you can pronate, turning the palms down. And there's a little more going on, but I won't get too wordy. Cool. All right, come out to a T. Bring the left elbow in front of you, bend the left elbow so the fingertips are up, and then place your right elbow inside of your left elbow so you have this figure four. If you want, you can try to take your elbows just a little bit away from the torso. Don't crunch them in because you're pulling the scapulas in and up. So see if you can find them kind of a comfortable distance. And then bring the elbows up, not quite at shoulder height, but just a little bit. All right, flip the palm forward, thumb down. And keep your spine nice and tall. See if you can keep the shoulders dropping down and away from the ears. Your job here is to try to keep your arms up, elbows just below or at shoulder height if you can, palm forward. If you start feeling tired, it's in the deeper muscles. Just stay with it. If you start crunching your shoulders up, you're activating the superficial muscles to hold the weight. And when that happens, that can start affecting our back of the neck. So let's get some of the deeper muscles to help us out. Okay, and then in your own way, maybe drop the left ear to left shoulder. So you feel this gentle stretch on the lateral part of the neck. And then as you inhale, come back up. See if you can keep the elbows still up high. And then slowly release, unwind. If you want, you can give yourself a nice little shoulder shrug. It's a nice kind of reset. And then bring the arms out to a T and let's switch sides. So you'll bend your right elbow, bring the right arm forward, right fingertips up. See if you can have the elbow at shoulder height or just below. And then find your figure four, best as can be. Flip the palm forward, thumb down. All right, let's hang out here for a little bit. We're just you know, getting our shoulder blades down and away. We're saying hello to our deeper muscles in the shoulder and the scapula, the rhomboids, infraspinatus, supraspinatus, subscap. And then when you're ready, bring the right ear and right shoulder together. Okay, your job here, keep your elbows up best as can be. Stay with your breath, root down, don't force anything, don't round forward. I feel like I'm giving you a list of don'ts, but let's do a list of cans. Lift your elbows, breathe, stay strong, push the left palm forward. All right, yogis, use your inhale to guide yourself up. Slowly unwind and shrug it out. Great. All right, make your way into a tabletop pose. So the knees are underneath the hips, the feet are about hips distance apart, tops of the feet are on the mat. Palms are underneath the shoulders, spread nice and wide. And I always like to do cat-cow here too, even if we've done seated, because it changes a little bit with gravity. So dropping the belly, looking on up, tucking the toes. Stay here for a cycle of breath because I want you to push out through your the heels of the feet, look up, bring the shoulders back. And then as you exhale, tuck the chin into chest, start bringing the belly button into the spine, tops of the feet are into the mat. Push the fingertips into your mat around the back, cat. Stay here for a cycle of breath. Feel the connection with the earth. And then when your inhale happens, find your cow pose. And exhale into your cat. Once again, notice, as you did in seated, if any part of the spine gets affected more than the other through this flexion and extension. And if any variation is calling you, be welcome to it. And then gently and carefully make your way back into tabletop. Great. All right. Slowly lift your leg at hip height, your left leg at hip height, and reach the right arm forward into your balancing table. So be careful that you're not crunching your shoulders up here and that you're not dumping the weight just on the left hand or the right knee. And then as you exhale, bring the elbow and knee together, rounding the back. Keep your foundation strong. Inhale, create some length. Exhale, knee and elbow. Inhale, create length. Exhale, knee to elbow. This time, create length. And then bend the left knee, send the left foot high to the sky, and reach the right arm around. Okay, so if you find yourself here crunching the shoulder in to reach around, please don't do that. We'll just reach around and open up. All right, stay with me. One more breath. And then slowly come back into center. Set everything back down. Cat-cow to reset. Great. Okay, switching sides. Send the left leg long. Right leg long. Left arm long. Keep your foundation. And then when you're ready, as you exhale, knee and elbow come together, rounding the back. Inhale, create your length. exhale, knee and elbow. Inhale, create length. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, create your length. Bend your right knee, send your right foot up high to the sky, and then reach around with the left foot for the right, with the left hand for the right foot. Some of us will be able to grab it and push the top of the foot into our hand. Others of us are just going to open the left arm to the side. One more breath, nice and strong. And then when you're ready, bring the arm and leg long. Set the knee and the hand down. And then when you're ready, tuck under your toes, send the hips high to the sky, downward dog. So let's stay here for 3 more big breaths. Rooting down in our downward dog, planting the hands, planting the feet. 2 more breaths. Last breath. And then as your inhale happens, shift forward into your plank pose. And then drop the knees, the chin, the chest, and come up into your baby cobra. So this is where we can scrunch our shoulders together. See if you can slide the shoulders down and then slowly start coming up. 1 more breath. And then as you exhale, lower down, push back, downward dog. Two more breaths. Great. As you inhale, bring the right leg high to the sky. And then step the right foot through to the hands, high runner's lunge. Drop your left knee. All right. You can keep the left toes tucked or untucked. That's your choice. What I want you to do, take your full inhale. As you exhale, bring the right knee over the ankle. And then as you inhale, maybe the hands stay planted, straighten the right leg, fold over. And then find your low lunge. And we'll flow back and forth. So you can always return to just a cycle of breath per movement as well. As you're doing this, just be mindful that you're not losing your foundation in your left leg, that you're keeping the length and space in the shoulders. 2 more times. And then we'll meet in a low lunge. Cool. All right. Tuck under the left toes, lift the left knee. Have the right foot meet the left foot, plank pose. And then drop the knees, the chin, the chest. Come up into your version of cobra. And then release back into downward dog. We are here for 3 breaths. Two more breaths. Last breath. All right, rooting down with the hands and the right foot. Send the left foot high, 3-legged dog. And then step the left foot through to the hands, high runner's lunge. And then drop the right knee. Same thing here, take a full inhale, find your length in your foundation. And then as you exhale, allow the left knee to come over the left ankle. And then straighten the left leg as you inhale. Maybe the arms move, maybe they don't, maybe the toes come up, maybe they don't. And we'll flow. 2 more times. And then we'll meet in a low lunge. Take a full cycle of breath. Tuck under right toes, lift the right knee, left foot meets right foot, plank pose. And then drop the knees, the chin, the chest. Find your cobra or back bend. And then push back, downward dog. 3 breaths. Two breaths. Last breath. Take a full inhale. Walk your feet to the back of the hands as you exhale, finding your fold. All right, make peace fingers and intersect the big toe and the little toe. Step on your peace fingers. All right, then find a halfway lift. And then fold, bending the knees. And I want you to flow back and forth a little bit here. Just feeling how the spine moves. Maybe finish whatever cycle you're on, meet in your fold. Root down through your feet, reach up, rise up slowly, because we were folded for a little bit. And if you want, you can bring your arms up overhead. But meet with the arms down to the side, palms forward. Awesome. Reach the arms up high to the sky. And then as you exhale, send the right arm back, left arm forward, looking out over the left arm. And then inhale, bring both arms up. Exhale, send the left arm back and right arm forward, looking out over the right arm. Inhale, bring both arms up high. And then fold forward. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, step your right foot back, high runner's lunge. Spin your right heel down. Set your foundation up for your warrior one. And then when you inhale, bring yourself up into your warrior one. Look forward first. Cool. All right, nice bend in the knee. Make your cactus arm and look on up. And then as you inhale, bring the gaze back to neutral, arms up. As you exhale, cactus the arm, look up. A few more times as you inhale, look forward. Exhale, look up. Look up. Yeah, no, exhale, look up. A few more times. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, look up. Inhale up. Exhale. And then on your inhale, let's meet in a warrior one. Exhale opens you up to a warrior two. Beautiful. Keep the foundation strong. Okay. Look out over the right fingertips. So you're looking towards the back of your mat. And then drop your right hand to right thigh. Watch the right hand as you lift the left hand high to the sky. Okay, as you exhale, watch your right hand come up to the sky as you send your left hand to the inside of the left foot. And you'll flow back and forth here. Your job is to keep a foundation. If you want, you can straighten your left leg as you bring the left hand high to the sky. But your job is, as you're moving your arms up and down, be mindful that you're not crunching the shoulders together, that you're keeping this beautiful long spine. So it's a peaceful warrior and then an extended side angle. But if you want to make it a reverse triangle, you can. One more time. And then we'll meet in a warrior two. Still looking out over the right fingertips. And then take your gaze and look over the left fingertips. Beautiful. Reach the arms up high to the sky, warrior one. And then as you exhale, frame your left foot meets right foot, plank pose. And then carefully take it through your version of a flow. Or skip it and just come into downward dog. Three more breaths. Last breath. Reach your right foot high to the sky. Step your right foot through to your hands, high runner's lunge. Have your left foot meet right foot, forward fold. All right, find a halfway lift. Fold forward, and then reach your arms up high to the sky. This time, send your left hand back. Watch your gaze look towards your left hand. And then bring the left hand up. Gaze comes back to neutral. And then bring the right arm back, left arm forward. Look back at the right fingertips. And then come back forward, look up. And then as you exhale, fold forward. Have a halfway lift here. And then step your left foot back, high runner's lunge. Spin your left heel down. Reach up, rise up. Warrior one. Great. Okay, so last time you did cactus arms and you looked up. Let's have a little more fun. So we're going to keep up with looking backward and forward. So bring the right arm back. Look at the right fingertip. And then bring both arms up overhead. And then look back, left arm. Bring both arms up overhead. And then start flowing a little bit here. So you can keep the one hand up as you reach the opposite hand back. Watch the hand. And then come back up. Your job, give yourself some space in the neck. Give yourself some room. Okay. One more on both sides. How's the foundation in your feet going? And then we'll meet in a warrior one. Open up to your warrior two. Great. Okay. Look back at your left hand. Drop your left hand to the back of the left thigh. Right hand is high to the sky. It's your choice to keep a straight right leg here. But then when you're ready, come into an extended side angle. So bend back into your right knee. Right hand comes down, but watch your left hand come up, extended side angle. All right, flow here. Inhale, come up. Peaceful warrior or revolve triangle. Exhale into extended side angle. Watching the left hand. Out 2 more times. One more time. And then meeting in your warrior two. Looking out over the right fingertips. Find your warrior one. And then frame your right foot. Right foot meets left, plank pose. And carefully and slowly take it through your flow. We'll meet in downward dog. for 3 more breaths. Slowly reach your left leg high to the sky. Left foot steps through to your hands, high runner's lunge. Right foot meets left, forward fold. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Reach up, rise up, arms come up high to the sky. Nice full inhale. Fold as you exhale. Halfway lift. This time step your right foot back and draw yourself up into your warrior one. Open up to your warrior two. Okay, we'll bring the right foot in just a little bit. Come into triangle pose. So shifting the right hip back, left foot or left hand comes down, right arm comes up. All right, let's have a little fun here. So full inhale, and then as you exhale, watch your right hand come to the inside of the left foot. And you can take the left arm up high to the sky or just take your gaze over the left shoulder. And then keep this moving. So left hand comes back down, right arm comes up high for a triangle, and then revolve triangle on the exhale. Keep pushing down through both big toes. All right, one more time. And then we'll meet in triangle. And then use your inhale to draw yourself up. All right, let's go over to the other side. So rotate your toes. Right toe is facing the back of the mat. Straightening the legs. Sending the left hip back, right arm out and down, left hand up. Same thing here. So look at the left hand. And then slowly follow the left hand down to the inside of the right foot. Take the gaze over the right shoulder. Arm can go with you. Inhale, look on up. And then exhale, same thing. We'll do this about 3 more times. So we get a lot of rotation going in the entire spine. 2 more times. Last time. And then just meet in your triangle. And then use your inhale to bring yourself up. Turn the toes towards the corner of your mat and then heels in. So now you're in your goddess pose. All right, your arms can stay out to a T or you can place them on your hips. You know where this is going, I think. All right. So I'm going to ask you to slide from side to side, okay? Keep the shoulders down and away. Try to make sure that you don't start taking your weight forward. Keep the tailbone dropped. And then find some stillness. Great. All right. So come back into a warrior two facing the front of your mat. So the right toes are turned out, sort of. Warrior two legs, still stay the width of your mat. So you're in that wide-legged pose. You're facing the right side of your mat. Bring the arms behind you, interlace the fingers. Look on up. You'll come into ostrich pose. So the bottom is warrior two, and the top is a wide-legged fold. Does that make sense? Yeah, so start folding forward. So you have your warrior two legs on the bottom. You're dropping your head. And then you can bring your fist up as high or as low as you want. One more big breath here. And then inhale, come on up. Keep the fist behind the back. Let's keep the gait or the stance towards the right. So rotate the toes. So Set yourself up with the right toes facing the back of the mat. The left toes are to the side. The torso is facing still that same side of the mat. Look on up. Inhale. And then fold forward as you exhale. Dropping the head. Taking the fist as high to the sky or to the low back as you would like. Be mindful that you're not crunching the shoulders towards the ears. 2 more big breaths. And then as you inhale, draw yourself back up. All right, open up to a traditional warrior two, looking at the front of the mat. Cartwheel the hands down. Frame the left foot. Left foot meets right foot, plank pose. And then lower down slowly. Find your back bend. And then come into downward dog. Staying here for 3 big cycles of breath. Two more big breaths. Last breath. Reach your right leg high to the sky. Bring the right knee through to the hand. Set yourself up for a pigeon pose. Tuck under the left toes. Okay, if you want this to be restful, you can come into a sleeping pigeon or a reclined pigeon if you would like. Just come up nice and tall and fold forward. If you want to add, a little bit of a twist, set your right hand in front of you. Thread your left arm underneath. And then you can send the right arm behind you. Or you can keep the right hand planted and thread and de-thread the left arm as well. If you choose to do that, really be careful that you're keeping the torso in a foundational stance. But we'll be here for the next 90 seconds. So do what you need to do and I'll give you a halfway heads up. Halfway through. Ten more big seconds left. And then wherever you are at, slowly bring yourself back up. Palms are underneath the shoulders. Sliding the scapulas down and away from the ears. Maybe look up just a little bit like you're a very proud pigeon. You perched on the best bench in the city. And then tuck under your left toe, send your left knee up, and then have your right foot meet your left foot in a downward dog, or maybe take a 3-legged downward dog. Stretch it out. And staying here for 3 big cycles of breath. If you know yourself and you want to take a flow, you can. 2 more breaths. Last breath. All right, same jam here. Lifting the left leg high to the sky. Bring the left knee through the hands. Set yourself up for your version of a pigeon. All right, and I gave you a variation on the other side, so if you want to take that same one, you can. Palms are underneath the shoulders, look up. And then when you're ready, you can fold forward, or to add a twist, left hand underneath the face and thread the right arm underneath. And I'll give you a halfway point. We're about halfway through. All right, 10 more seconds. And then slowly bring yourself back up. Palms are underneath the shoulders. This time we're going to be proud pigeons on top of a building. You did it. All right, and then look down to the street, tuck under the right toes, lift the right knee, come back into your downward dog. All right, 3 more big breaths here. Last breath. Use your inhale. Breathe it in. Exhale, walk the feet to the back of the hands and then fold so deeply that the bum touches the mat. Boom. Hug the knees into the chest so you're coming up nice and tall, getting some length in your spine. Drop the chin to chest and slowly lower down 1 vertebra at a time. All right. This next round, you're building up for your corkscrew pose. So leave your left foot planted, left knee up. And bring the right knee into your chest. Make your peace fingers again. Take a hold of the big toe. And then send your right foot high to the sky. So now you're in half happy baby. You can place your left hand on your tummy or maybe on your left hip. All right, so from here, take a full inhale, extend the right leg without lifting the scapula up. Try to keep the shoulder blade glued down. And then exhale, bringing the right knee into the chest. Maybe it comes out to the side. All right, so take a few cycles of breath here or a few rounds. Last round. We'll meet in a half happy baby. All right, allow your left knee now to open up to the left side. Getting your corkscrew pose. And then as you inhale, bring the left knee back up, left foot is flat. Exhale, allow the left knee to drop off. Inhale, bring the left knee up. We'll do this 3 more times. If you really want to do some yoga for the brain, you can add the right leg back in. inhales and the exhales. Last cycle here. And then we'll just meet in our half happy baby. And then hug both knees into the chest. Give them a nice squeeze, rocking from side to side. And then switching sides. So send the right foot down, right knee up, boom. Peace fingers, take a hold of the big left toe. Plant the right foot down. Right hand can be on the belly or the hip. Scapula stay on the mat. They might lift, but they don't round, okay? Keep that in mind. All right, extend the left leg best as can be with the inhale. Exhale, left knee into the chest 4 more times. Three more times. 2 more times. And then this last time, meeting with the left knee into the shoulder. All right, so take a full inhale. As you exhale, allow the right knee to drop off, coming onto the pinky edge of the right foot. Inhale, right foot is flat, right knee is up. All right, exhale, same thing. Drop the right knee, come on the lateral edge of the right foot, and then bring the right knee up. All right, repeating this 3 more times. If you want to do yoga for the brain, you can add the left foot back in with the breath. Last time. And then meeting with both knees hugged into the chest, give them a gentle squeeze, rocking from side to side, best as can be. All right, take a hold of the bottoms of the feet. Let's find our full happy baby expression. Looking up, knees can be into the chest, or maybe you take them slightly out. Maybe you slightly abduct the thighs, rocking from side to side, maybe extending both legs long. And then hug both knees into the chest, give them a squeeze. Maybe bring the nose to the knee. Take a nice full inhale. And as you exhale, release everything down, coming into your Shavasana. So make any adjustments you need. Maybe you give yourself a full body stretch. Maybe you take your feet out, your legs out a little bit wider than usual. Maybe you take your arms out to a T, take up some big space here. Fall back into a natural rhythm with your breath, knowing that I am minding the time for you, and I will call you back. All right, take a nice full inhale in through the nose. Slowly exhale out. Make any small movements or give yourself a full body stretch, but whatever you do, end on your right side in a fetal position. Knowing that there is no right or wrong between these transitions. Stay here for a few more cycles of breath. And then use your left palm to push yourself up so you come into a seated pose. And while here, come up nice and tall. Chin's parallel to the ground, nose is forward, crown of the head is up. Shoulders are dropped down and away from the ears, externally rotating a little bit, opening up the heart and the throat. And end your practice with some nice full cycles of breath, just appreciating everything you just did. Reach the arms up overhead with your inhale. Bring the palms together, coming down to heart center as you exhale. Reach up, inhale. Palms together, heart center, exhale. And then reach the arms up high to the sky. Palms come together. And then as you're exhaling, pull down to heart center, but pause at the third eye as a reminder to have loving thoughts. And then pause at the lips as a reminder to have loving words. And then pause at the heart. Give yourself a soft bow here as a reminder to have loving actions towards yourself and towards others. The light and love in me acknowledges and honors the light and love in you. Namaste. Okay, thank you.